Hi, good afternoon. I'm Shigeki Kuzuoka. Please call me Shige in short. Basically, today I will explain who am I and as a resource provider, what kind of resources I can provide. I will explain it later. At first, I will explain who am I. Basically, I am the individual consultant, mainly for the space, satellite or the rocket. And please visit my homepage. But currently, I have several caps or other titles simultaneously. Basically, that I'm president of the Satellite Business Network, one-man company for the consultant. At the same time, I'm the head of the Euroconsult Japan office. If you know the name of the Euroconsult, you are the old space guy. Many space agency in the world or the big player asked us the market research or the benchmarking in the world. And at the same time, I'm a kind of the agent of one Italian company also. That's why that I have many chances to visit Italy, Milan. Okay. I started my career more than 35 years ago at Mitsubishi Electric as a orbit engineer or the mission analyst. But after that, I changed my career to the systems engineer for the EO ground stations and started several data cells or the value-added cells. Then I spent more than 35 years at big companies. Then currently, I can provide several services. The main service is a consulting and advisory. My clients are Cabinet or the big systems integrator in Japan and outside Japan. I can get a good profit from them. That's why that I'm really happy to support your startups or the new companies without any charge. Okay. Then next, I heard some of you are really interested in the business using the satellite. If you are interested in the business, I will tell you that the scheme of the business related to the satellite. This chart shows that the ratio of the business volume from the satellite developing, launch, and operation, and value-added service or something like that. The total amount of the space business is about 200 billion in the world. But you can find that almost of the values comes from the ground segment or the value-added segment. Please remember this point. This is really important when you consider your business. That is another chart. That is the breakdown for satellite communication, navigation, and Earth observation. You can see that the most profitable segment should be the downstream of the satellite communication. Okay, that is the basic knowledge we have to learn. Then, as a resource provider, I can support your business plan if you are interested in the business, or if you have to talk with the investors. I can tell you the simplest and secret business model for you. If you are really interested in the developing the satellite, the best business model for you is to sell your idea or your companies before you start that operation. That is the most simple and practical business model. The founder of the Skybox, they sold their company to Google. That is the best business model if you are really interested in that only developing the satellite. But if you are interested in the total business model, one point I have to tell you is that the value chain. I have many chances to talk with new startups or the new entrepreneurs. the basic or the common mistake they have is that they do not consider the value chain. That is the same as the Earth observation or the satellite communication. First of all, maybe you can develop the satellite, but using that satellite, you can distribute your data, what the value added will add value, and the reseller will sell to the end user. For EO, the existing big companies are struggling to develop this kind of the value chain. That is really important for their business. But new entrepreneurs think that we can acquire the image, we can sell the image. That's all. The same as the communication satellite. For the existing big company, cooperating with, for example, hardware companies to develop a kind of the switch to switch between the satellite communication, Wi-Fi, or the LTE. That from the user's point of view, it is not necessary to consider the kinds of the communication. The switcher can switch the satellite communication or the Wi-Fi depending on the location. That kind of the value chain is really important for developing the business. Then, as a resource provider, I'm really happy to support you, especially in the business area. I can support to develop your business plan or the marketing plan or penetrating plan to the investors or something like that. Okay, thanks so much. If you have any questions or other requests, please contact me. Thanks so much.